First reading. A reading from the book of Philippians chapter 2 verses 12 onwards. My beloved, as you have always obeyed, so now, not only as in my presence but much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is God who works in you, both to will and to work for His good pleasure. Do all things without grumbling or disputing, that you may be blameless and innocent, children of God without blemish in the midst of a crooked and twisted generation, among whom you shine as lights in the world, holding fast to the word of life, so that in the day of Christ I may be proud that I did not run in vain or labor in vain. Even if I am to be poured out as a drink offering upon the sacrificial offering of your faith, I am glad and rejoice with you all. Likewise, you also should be glad and rejoice with me. Second reading. A reading from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 14, verses 25 onwards. At that time, great crowds accompanied Jesus, and He turned and said to them, If anyone comes to me and does not hate his own father and mother and wife and children and brothers and sisters, yes, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. Whoever does not bear his own cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, desiring to build a tower, does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it? Otherwise, when he has laid a foundation and is not able to finish, all who see it begin to mock him, saying, This man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king, going out to encounter another king in war, will not sit down first and deliberate whether he is able with 10,000 to meet him who comes against him with 20,000? And if not, while the other is yet a great way off, he sends a delegation and asks for terms of peace. So therefore, any one of you who does not renounce all that he has cannot be my disciple. This is the word of the Lord. To be a follower of Jesus, one must consider the cost of discipleship and keep him above everything else. The call to discipleship demands a strong foundation in faith, an unwavering will to endure, a firm readiness to let go of the past, and a desire to have a clear plan for the future. One has to focus on the purpose of the call rather than the hardships that might come. It demands a readiness to keep enduring till we meet the goal. If we do not have unchanging fidelity and fail to put in tireless efforts to continue the mission, we cannot be witnesses to the gospel. Our way of life and attitude shows the depth of the faith and the conviction that we have, and the world will recognize us as His disciples. In the first reading, St. Paul encourages us to work out our salvation with reverence and fear, because it is God who fulfills His good purpose. As God's beloved children, we are called to do everything wholeheartedly and ungrudgingly and shine like stars in the world. If we can inspire someone and help him or her to see the bright side of life, we show the light of faith and give expression to the mind of Jesus.